Hello everybody, this is Solo-Anthem with the Laughing Dead. Moving up in the rank, and I'm proud of everybody. I thought today was a weekly update, but I guess not. I guess it's Tuesdays, so I might have to reset. So everything that, as far as promotions, everything will now be moved to midnight on a Monday. Alright, so on this week's review, we're going to look at Atlanta. She goes from Divine Field. She's unlocked when you finish the entire quest chain. Her saying is level 90 Hunter, full epic, looking for a group. That's LFG, in case you didn't know what that was. And that brings me back to the old days of World of Warcraft. So it's kind of interesting. I think that's what they were kind of pitching at. So it's kind of cool. But we can look at her stats as she starts going up. Now she is purple, which means that she's epic. Now that's just starting out. When she hits 15, she will become legendary. Now to get her up to legendary status, you will need 3,170 souls, if I'm doing my math right, in order to upgrade her all the way to level 15. At which time her life will be at 11, attack 9, armor 8, and magic 4. So she can do some serious damage. And with a magic at 4, that means she can go ahead and do a barrage of 6 damage on every single enemy on the board. Now this barrage is quite effective because it's 24 on the DPS, and she's good as an opener. Now if you're going to run her as your primary, I recommend that probably you want to run her with Alchemist. I mean, the Alchemist feng shui kind of deal works with her perfectly. I mean, he's completely different colors. He works on a red and black, where she works on purple and yellow. And his ability to create yellow gems or yellow mana out of any color on the board would be quite effective. Now would I put her on the front line? Her armor is 8 and her health is 11, but I don't think she's frontline material. She's not exactly a tank. My recommendation is probably put her in the very bottom. That way she can absorb damage. I mean, she's pretty much just good for, an opener. So I see her benefits come in effect when it comes to probably just knocking off everybody's shields, or lowering and weakening those shields, so you can get another unit in. If you're going to use her, I do not recommend whatsoever using anybody that has the ability to damage based off the with a bonus that has to do with armor of your enemies, because she is an opener, and her primary objective is pretty much just to soften up the units, knock out the armor, lower it so other units can get in. However, if you do run her as a primary and you do run her with an alchemist, well, that's for another video. I'll go ahead and show you a deck setup with her. I'll go ahead and put one together probably Friday before I have all the units up to level 15. That would pretty much work a fun way, and we'll put her as a primary and see how she holds her own in PvP. PvE, not really worried about her. But to spam 24 DPS on every unit, as long as there's 4 there, 6 per unit, is pretty lethal. Downfall in PvP, you're probably going to have to do a barrage about 5-6 times, so you have to make sure that she's well equipped and that she has a mana generator sitting right there in the wings, ready to go ahead and fill her up with every bit of mana she needs. Let's go ahead and look at how we use her as an opener. Now an opener is somebody you want to build up first and use her to go ahead and do the first round attack. So let's take a look at that. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in battle with her. We're just going to jump into a PvP match. Load this up real quick. Alright, now her being a primary, we're going to have to stack her up. The problem with that is I got 2 units that share mana with her, so we're going to go ahead and go with white first or yellow first, because that'll go ahead and just overflow with her. So, and luckily I surged, so it's opening up pretty good. Let's see. Go ahead and get rid of that. I don't want to take any damage. Alright. And we already got her at 12. The Alchemist would be perfect on this. A good thing with that Alchemist too is you can go ahead and when you use the Alchemist and say you change it all the purple to yellow, or if you got some like in that situation black would have been a good one, then you go ahead and change them all to yellow. It's going to surge, not surge, but it's going to give her the ability to get first strike right when you get that mana. So huge benefit. Alright, we're going to use her as an opening now as soon as I get a chance. Alright, let's go ahead and do my barrage. Okay, we softened up everybody's armor, almost taking them out. Go ahead and grab some more here. Alright, we're going to use Shadow Strike, which now since the armor is down, Shadow Strike is basically targeting their health, so we're going to use that. As you can read it, there you go. Usually it's a one-hit kill, not in that situation because the unit's damaged, but it's quite an effective card if you ask me. Okay, my recommendation, if you're going to use her as an opener, she's probably better at the top of your board. Go ahead and get that opening shot in, and then really her DPS is a 9, so she can hold her own. Armor and health, you know, they're just high enough where she can withstand a small barrage, but nothing too overpowered, and she can go ahead and get that damage in. Now, if you're going to use her as a primary, I would not put her as an on top, but probably in second or last, with a lot of supports and a lot of units building her up. So when those units are getting taken out, as they're giving support to her, should be able to benefit from that and still be able to hold her own. And if it gets down just to her and 2 or 3, I think she could hold her own. I think she could go ahead and win and pull the win out for you when it comes to like offensive capabilities. So I'll go ahead and put a deck together like I said. We're going to go ahead and look at her with an Alchemist and probably 2 other cards. I'll figure out what those other 2 cards. I'll probably stick with my main character. Solo is on top as a shield. It's a buffer. And then you want a unit to probably buffer up, and then a mana generator. So we'll go ahead and get her set up. So if it comes down to where she's at the bottom and she's at a point where it's just her versus 3 or her versus all 4, she'll be able to go ahead and finish the job and take care of everything, you know, she needs to take care of. But I think she can hold her own. I think it's an excellent card, and if you ask me, I think she's well worth being in your deck. So that's all I have time for. I hope you like this review. I will definitely keep doing the reviews, and hopefully next time, probably by Friday, I'll have a deck set up for her. We can see how she is as a primary and not a secondary when it comes to combat and PvP. So I'll see y'all next video, and thank you for watching.